What's up, guide hunters? If Wonderland keeps catching you off guard with its puzzles and timed sections, you are in the right place. Today I will walk you through the main puzzle solutions from the early levels all the way to the final wonder and wonder encounter, so you can spend less time guessing and more time escaping. The levels mode run follows a fairly consistent structure, even though the collection rooms themselves can be randomized. You start with levels 1 and 2, then face the mole chase, followed by levels 3 and 4 and the worm chase. After levels 5 and 6 comes the coaster chase, then levels 7 and 8 lead into the final wonder and wonder encounter. For the normal collection levels, the most important thing is knowing when to stop exploring. Find Zippy early, collect the required lemons, and focus on reaching the exit once your quota is complete. You can also find puzzle icons on the map, and completing these puzzles can give your whole team extra time. But do not waste more time on a puzzle than it is worth. The first chase is the mole chase, which begins after level 2. You need to move across platforms and activate all the levers while the mole follows you, so keep your attention on the path ahead. Looking backward can make the platforming harder, so focus on the next platform and lever instead of watching the mole. After that, levels 3 and 4 return to the collection format, but the pressure is higher. Stay close enough to your team to help each other, check the map regularly, and keep track of the exit. When the timer starts getting low, avoid splitting up, and do not waste time exploring distant areas. The worm chase comes next, and this one has a specific route with obstacles, switches, and a locked escape. Follow the route through the door with green lights, and activate every required lever along the way. Reaching the exit does not help if you missed a switch earlier, so make sure the entire route is completed before expecting the escape to open. Levels 5 and 6 use the same general collection structure, but by this point, you should already be comfortable finding anchor points, checking the map, and leaving distant loot behind when the timer is low. Then you reach the coaster chase, where you ride a roller coaster while shooting enemies and balloons around you. Keep going through the sequence until you reach the black hole. Levels 7 and 8 are the final collection levels before the boss. There are no major new mechanics here, so this is where you want to focus on efficient routes and preserving as much health and time as possible. Once level 8 is complete, you are ready for Wonder and Wonder. The final encounter is completely different because you can forget about lemons and collection quotas. In the first phase, you need to activate all the electrical breakers in the dance room while avoiding Wonder and Wonder. Once the breakers are active, you can use the toy hammer to attack them, but they can only take damage during the short recovery period after their attacks. Now let's get into the actual puzzles that can appear throughout the collection levels. The first one is the piano puzzle. The piano plays a sequence, and you need to repeat it by jumping on the matching keys. You have to complete 4 correct sequences in a row, so watch carefully because enemies or even lemons can accidentally step on the keys and interfere with your attempt. The shape matching puzzle takes place in a large dark room. You need to collect the shapes scattered around the area and bring them back to the central block, while a train can pass through the room and knock you around. It cannot kill you, but it can waste several seconds, and the reward is around 180 seconds of extra time, making this one of the most valuable puzzles to complete. The teeth puzzle is much more risky. You stand inside a giant mouth and press the teeth, but choosing the wrong one causes the mouth to close and costs you a life. There is no reliable way to know which tooth is safe, although the mouth cannot snap down twice during the same attempt. The reward is only around 50 seconds, so think carefully before taking the risk. For the levers puzzle, enter the room and activate a lever first. Then move left and work your way along the wall, checking the sides of the blocks in the center as well. You need to activate all the levers before the timer runs out because they reset if the clock reaches 0. Moon's request works differently because you need to fill several colored gauges to specific levels. Follow the pipes from each gauge to find the machine controlling it. Then turn the machine once and return to the center to check how much the gauge moved. This lets you calculate how many more turns you need. And if you overshoot, you can click the gauge from the center to reset it. This puzzle can also give around 180 seconds, so it is definitely worth considering when you have enough time. The memory sequence puzzle takes place in a room with a merry-go-round, but the ride itself is not the actual puzzle. From the entrance, follow the right wall to find the first memory sequence location, then check the left wall to find the second one. The mini-game can change between runs and may involve shuffled cards, sequences, matching pairs, or finding the odd one out. You need to complete both locations to receive the reward, so do not leave after finishing only the first one. Finally, there is the button puzzle. You need to find 5 panels with green buttons scattered around a huge playground area, so make sure you check both high and low areas instead of only looking at ground level. After pressing the buttons, head toward the center where you can see Wander's head, because the final button is located below the statue. Completing this puzzle can reward you with around 102 seconds of extra time. And that covers the main puzzle solutions and scripted sections you need to know in Wonderland. The biggest tip I can give you is to learn the objective of each puzzle rather than trying to memorize one exact route, because the collection areas can change between runs. Keep checking your map, manage your time carefully, and remember that sometimes the smartest move is simply to stop exploring and head for the exit. If this guide helped you solve the Wonderland puzzles, hit that like button and subscribe for more Roblox guides. Good luck with your next run, and hopefully you will make it all the way through Wonderland.